This story was inspired by the writings of Tanya Savikova, aged 11, who managed to travel the road of life out of the besieged Leningrad, but died in the summer of 1943 in a children's home of chronic dysentery. It's dedicated to all who lived and died through the siege of Leningrad, 1941 to 1943. The last two. I found them in the pocket this morning. Grandma wrapped me up in the jacket last night, ready for the long walk this morning. She must have known, I think. The jacket still smells of Daddy. It's lovely, like a hug. I haven't seen him for a long, long time. He went away to fight. He might not come back. There's hardly any daddies here now, or uncles or brothers. There's really only women and children and very old men, like Uncle Lesha was. He died through the night though. Oh, I think it was 2 weeks ago. He was lucky in a way, 'cause he just went to sleep and never woke up. My sisters, Xenia and Leka, they were killed in the bombing. That was the second time the house was hit. It's been hit 3 times. They just keep firing and bombarding all day long, and sometimes all night too. We've got used to the noise. In fact, it's more scary when it stops, 'cause then you're just waiting for it to start, and you don't know when, and you don't know where. The silence is awful. Grandma says silence is always the worst. She's lived through 3 revolutions and 2 wars, she says, so she knows. Used to be called St. Petersburg when she was young, and there was a royal family with the Tsar at the head of it. Wonder what that was like. There were real princes and princesses then. My daddy used to call me his princess and pick me up and whirl me round and round till I got all dizzy and giggled so much I was nearly sick. Then it was called Petrograd, and now it's just Leningrad. And for some reason, I don't know why, these other soldiers want to take it over and keep firing big shells and guns at us. Grandma says it's all about power. We all thought it was a bit of an adventure at first, me and my pals. Then we started to miss sweeties. We cried for them sometimes. Mama got mad at us, said we'd soon know all about it. She was right. Mamas usually are, aren't they? Then we started to get really hungry. It wasn't only sweeties we didn't have. It was everything. It seems these other soldiers have surrounded us now and nobody can get in or out. So there's no food left. We just eat whatever we can find. We were quite lucky at first, 'cause my daddy was a carpenter, so we had big pots of glue in the shed, and Mama made big pots of soup out of it, of the glue and some leaves. Sometimes she'd give us a bone button to suck and told us to pretend it was a sweetie. We got good at pretending. Oh, I remember one time, it was great. Some of the bombs blasted the big shop where they kept sugar, and the sugar melted and mingled with the slush outside, and everybody was there, my family and my pals, scooping it up and licking the sweet soil. Most of my pals are gone now. Some of them have died. Some of them got away across the lake. The road of life, they call it. We nearly made it across as well. Me and Mama and Grandma and my sisters and my uncle. There were 3 boats going that day. When the first one was full, it sailed quietly away. We were all cheering inside, but silence was essential, Mama said. We were on the second boat, just waiting to go and watching the first boat slide through the water. Then the silence was broken. They were bombing and shelling it. We watched it breaking up and sinking, and all the people with it. We were screaming inside and silently traipsed off our boat and back to our ruined house. That was months ago. Our house got bombed again just after that, and my sisters died. Then my uncle. Mama died 2 days ago. Grandma says we have to try again for the road of life. That's why she wrapped me up in Daddy's jacket last night, all ready for this morning. I think she knew. Grandma wouldn't waken up this morning. So now there's only me, Tanya, left, and maybe Daddy. My legs feel like they're made of cotton wool, but I'll keep walking till I get to the lake. My fingers are not really doing what they're told, but I'm putting my hand in my pocket and pulling out one of the buttons Grandma put there. The last 2 buttons of Daddy's jacket. I'll suck on it and pretend it's a sweet.